can have a bad influence and by carefulness cause it to become a good influence. You can have a good influence and by carelessness cause it to become a bad influence. But in either case, you still have influence. A good influence is of high quality or standard on an absolute scale or in relation to others. It is impossible for us not to have some kind of influence. It may be good or bad, but it cannot be both at the same time. Your attitude can be a good or bad influence on others. How to become a good role model and a positive influence. Instructions. Step 1. Act the way you would want other people to act. Treat people the way you would want to be treated. Step 2. Think about what you are doing and how it will affect other people around you. Make good decisions that can be passed on. Step 3. What you put into the world will come back. Watch your language. Try to say good things because someone will probably repeat it. Step 4. Say it with clothes. Do you dress in a way that you would want other people to copy? Think about it. The people you are around and what would set a good example. Make sure your clothes fit and are not too tight or too loose. TV images and magazine pictures end up being a big influence to everyone who sees them. Remember, you are an influence to everyone who sees you. Step 5 on how to become a good role model and a positive influence. Be kind. Put kindness out and you'll get kindness back. Step 6. Respect yourself. Don't do things you will regret. Don't get talked into doing something that you don't want to do. You are the only person in control of you. Be a leader, not a follower. Step 7. Block out the negative. Stay away from repeating the negative. It does nothing more than put more negative energy into the world. Ignore negative comments or twist them around into positive ones. If someone says, "I hate working here. The boss is fat, stupid, and very irritating," follow up with, "I'm happy to have a job. The boss is a nice guy. He hired me, and he pays me well, too." Use any positive thing that you can think of. Stop the gossip. After a while, people will not come to you with negative comments anymore because they will know that you will not wallow in negativity with them. To be a Christian influence comes from Christ. And Ephesians 5:11, "And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them." Have you ever noticed that in the presence of some people, it is easy to be spiritual? And in the presence of other people, it can be very difficult. Many Christians have been weakened and led astray by evil associations. The Christian influence consists of purity of speech. In Ephesians 4:29, let no corrupt word proceed out of your mouth, but such as it is good for the use of edifying as the need may be, that it may give grace unto them that hear. In Colossians 4:6, let your speech always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how you ought to answer each one. Relation to purity of speech is also found in Psalms 19:14, Matthew chapter 5, 13 through 16. This talks to the Christian. Ye are the salt of the earth. But if salt has lost its savour, wherewith shall it be salted? It is henceforth good for nothing, to be cast out and trodden under the foot of men. Ye are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light to all in the house. Without question, the text suggests the theme of the Christian influence. In 1 Peter 1:15 through 16, but like as he who called you is holy, be yourselves also holy in all manner of living, because it is written, ye shall be holy, for I am holy. As Christians, before we do anything, we need to ask ourselves, what would Jesus do before we do it? For those who die in the Lord, their works do follow them, in Revelation 14:13. To be a leader. A leader is somebody who guides or directs others. A leader must be prepared and expect problems that can occur at any time. Must watch closely for problems and know what oppositions can cause those problems so they can be identified and prevented. You must know your allies from your enemy. You must have a goal, a determination, a destination, and a purpose. You should have experience. Some people say, well, I don't have experience. Well, there's only one way to get experience, is to try to do something and you'll get better at it. The more you do something, the more experienced you will become at it. It takes a little bit of time. Sometimes we do not realize the power of our influence over the lives of others until we begin to lead them astray or lead them to Christ. To try to lead others to Christ, this takes time. This is done by teaching someone about Christ. Why is the Christian influence so important? In 2 Corinthians 5:10, for we must all be made manifest before the judgment seat of Christ, that each one may receive the things done in the body according to that which he hath done, whether it be good or bad. Our influence is made up by the things other people hear us say and see us do.